All right, boys and girls, Miss Estepa here. I'm going to show you guys how to play comparing unit fractions top it. There's a lot of pieces on this board, so I know it's really important for you guys to see how to play. This here is a deck of cards. There's a whole bunch of numbers in this deck. You can play on your own or you can play with a partner. So what you would do is you would pull down, if you're playing with a partner, you pull down one card and your partner pulls down the other card. And so what you should have created, which you should have created two fractions. This fraction is 1/3. I have these fraction bars over to the side that I can use to model 1/3. When I'm looking for thirds, I know thirds means 3 equal parts. So this bar right here is divided into thirds, or it represents thirds. And if my unit fraction, my numerator, is 1, that means I just need one of those thirds. So this would be 1/3 here. This would be, by the way, 2/3, and this would be 3/3, and 3/3 is the same as 1 whole. But I'm only comparing just one of the pieces, so I'm just comparing 1/3. My partner has 1/8, or if I'm playing against myself, I can say I also have 1/8. I'm going to bring this red piece down to this last bar, and the reason why I'm bringing it down to this last bar is because I can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts. So I know that those parts, each of them must be 1/8. So like right now, this is 1/8. This would be 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8, but remember, you guys are only going to be comparing one piece of your whole, so this red is going to represent 1/8. Now I can drag the words to match my fractions. This says 1/3, so I can drag over the word 1/3, and this fraction is 1/8, so I can drag that over. And finally, I'm going to compare my 1/3 piece, which is the blue area, to my 1/8 piece, which is the red area. The more times I cut up the whole, the smaller those pieces get. So I can see that the 1/3 piece is larger than the 1/8 piece, or greater than the 1/8 piece. So sometimes what I do to just help my brain remember this, I'll put a G over the one that looks like the greater piece and an L over the one that looks like the less piece, and then that will help me drag the appropriate words to my organizer. So greater, 1/3 is greater, so I know that the opening should be facing the 1/3. This larger opening should be facing the 1/3, and when I read it, I will read 1/3, and since the G is over 1/3, I can read 1/3 is greater than 1/8. Now, if I had pulled those cards in the opposite order, like maybe on my next go, because now I can discard these cards in my discard pile. Maybe on my next one, I'll pull this card here and this card here. Let's see what happens now. All right, on this one I have 1/4. I'm going to bring this down to my fourths. I only need one of them. And the second fraction is 1/3. So I'm going to move my red piece up to my 1/3. Okay, so now I can see the 1/4 piece is not greater anymore. It's actually less. So hold on. I need to get rid of this little G then. It's not greater. I can see that the piece is smaller. So 1/4 is less and 1/3 is greater. So the piece that I need, bring this back, is this to show that 1/4 is less, and the words that I would need is here, and I would need 1/4 is less than 1/3. So that's how you play with the area model. Stay tuned.